Hey, hey! I believe we are live. So, we're going to be talking about 8 steps by Christmas. Let me connect the proper mic so that you can hear me. And this is kind of cool because people will start joining us live as I'm just connecting the proper mic. Okay? So, what I would love to do is just have everyone kind of let me know if you can hear me, first of all, right? So, hopefully, now you can hear me fine. And I'm really excited to bring this training to you. It's something I've taught in our Accelerator Mastermind group just like 2 weeks ago. They went crazy about it. People are making money with it. And I'm like, I'm just checking my lipstick here. Yes, I'm wearing lipstick just for you for Christmas, the red. So, what I'd love to know is first of all, if can you hear me, not just can you hear me, but I want you to enter, because this helps us know what time is best to go live or replay below. Okay, I'd love for you to do that. And it's going to be so exciting. And I know that might seem like a word that's overused, that this is exciting, or this could be the most important training video you ever watch. I really think it's going to put a brand new spin and thoughts in your head that's going to, I really do feel, change the game for you. Okay. So without further ado, when I'm going to, I'm just pinning this right now to the top of the group and pin it to featured. There we go. And that way people can find it when they come live in the group. And I'm sure the wonderful Sally has probably already messaged it out to everyone. And Sally will probably send the URL to everyone in the group chat for this particular class as well. This is a brand new feature that we're using. We've tested it out over the last month, and it's brought in well over 8K before Christmas. I know I'm talking about 8K before Christmas, but this is something where I'd love for you to get to 8K, 10K months. So can I just get an 8K, comment 8K below if you're looking to get to 8K months or more, all right? Because that's what we want to see. Sylvia says she's live at 4 a.m. Sylvia, holy cow, that's amazing. Okay, this is another question I'm going to ask you since I saw that. Where are you all from? Okay, please enter below in the comments where you are from, because that would be amazing. So I have pinned it to the top, and thank you, Andrea, you rock, for pinning the live where we're at. So I'll actually put that in the group chat as well. I'm live now at boom. Okay, and I'll get out of the group chat for now because I think it's pretty powerful, this group chat. And what I'm going to do is just talk to you as if we're eye to eye having a conversation. And one of the things that I will do here as well is, let me just close a couple of these tabs that I have going on. They're almost all closed, but thank gosh for one tab. And the most important thing is, can you see me okay? Just kind of nod yes that you can see me okay and everything's groovy. Okay. I guess nod yes would be impossible because you're not on video. Washington, Lorraine's from Washington. Kim Bedford's from Waterford, Ontario. Pretty darn close to me. And I know, Kim, you've been following me for a while. That's great. Yvonne says, I'm calling in from Central Florida. Gurwinder is from India. And Erica, yes, Karina says you can see me. Hey, Karina. Oh my God, Karina, I can't believe you're live here. Karina, if you want, I'm going to catch you by surprise. If you want, you know what my Zoom link is for the coaching calls. If you want to pop on a Zoom and interrupt this live with how much money you've made the last time we tested kind of this process out, I believe it's now over 33,000 in 18 days. You're more than welcome to. Okay. So, or you can just sit back and watch and relax because she's been just rocking it. She's actually at to like 30, 40K months that she's been being coached by me for a while now, and for, I guess over 7-8 months now or more. Anyway, having said all that, let's kind of get to it. I'll hear a ding if you do or can join me live, Karina. If not, no worries. Condi's from Portland, Oregon. Yvonne says, yes, you look beautiful. Oh, thank you. And oh my goodness, my computer's going nuts with other things. So having said that, I'm going to rely on the wonderful Sally. I have oh, and Karina's going to enter. Ooh, I was going to get fancy here with technology. I'm going to let Karina in. Here she comes. Everyone's saying
Hey,
hearts. Yeah. Karina, yay. You were so brave. You showed up on video. Everyone give Karina hearts, hearts,
I
hearts. We like to
know.
see that. How
I
are
know.
you?
I'm not even ready. Like I have no makeup on and
Do you feel like a rock star right now?
I do. I do.
You are. Everyone put in a big let's see which we put in for her. Either like you're hitting the hearts. Everyone's hitting the hearts like crazy. Everyone enter like Karina rocks. You rock, you really rock. Enter Karina rocks for like impromptu just joining live right now. And I see
Yep.
Joanne's here too. And Joanne's got like over like 40 comments from her using this methodology that we're going to teach. Like just yesterday she posted something and she's ready to make sales now. Woohoo. Karina, I'm going to shut up now
Yes.
for a minute. So it'll be short and sweet, but can you just let everyone know? Let's just talk specifically about like that 18 days last month where you made like well over 30,000. You were using a format like this, just going live in a Facebook group, right?
Right. Totally.
And you were using the new feature of when you go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah,
Yeah.
the course, right?
Yes.
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 So before we even get into like what I'm going to show over here, everyone. Yes, I have it
Trying to see what you got
devilishly
back
hidden.
there.
Yes, it's. I'm going to actually stand up for it. I'm going to sit down desk, but ever I'm going to stand up for it. But we're going to be talking about 8K a month, everyone. So yeah. But can you just let everyone know that you just started with doing this Facebook Live format using a class and group chat, and do you feel that helped you close more sales?
That was a game changer. And just being able to have everyone in a group chat got a lot more people to interact that wouldn't normally be interacting with my posts in my group.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
And you doubled your price. Well, when you started with me, it was like $100. You now, what's your price of your program right now?
$3,000 if they pay in full.
Yep.
If they don't pay in full, it's about 3,400.
Awesome. And when you first started, like in about 2 months ago, you doubled it from 1,500 to 3,000, and you wanted to get the traction, I guess, right? And success stories. But what did you find? You told me this on a call, which really shocked me. What did you find happened to your conversion rate when you doubled the price to 3,000?
I actually sold more and I sold it more easily.
Yeah, is that incredible?
Yeah, it was shocking because my goal was to, okay, please just let me sell one. And
Yeah,
I ended
yeah,
up
yeah.
making like, it was like $33,000.
Yeah. And what's cool is like a lot of people, one of the biggest struggles is lead generation. And since you've been, can you just explain where you were at your lead generation before you started with me and where you're at now and how big your group is now, your Facebook group, your evergreen
I
Facebook
was
group?
dead in the water for about 10 months before I begged Maria to coach me. I messaged her like 3 times, please, will you help me, coach me? And she finally answered. And yeah, but I had sat there for 10 months trying to figure out what to do because I had made a little bit of money, but I had kind of gone through my list, right? And I was completely
Yeah.
out of leads, and didn't have a clue where to go next. And so that's when I reached out to Maria, and now I have over 15,000, almost 16,000 on my email list. I think I've got about 3,200 in my Facebook group that we just started like 2 months ago,
Yeah,
maybe.
2 months ago. And how much do you think are
Yeah.
joining every day now? Daily ideal clients coming into
Oh,
your community?
I just looked just in the last 7 days. I think I've had 300 join my group.
Awesome. 300. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, listen, I know everyone can see Karina's success story. Maybe Sally later on will either message it to you all or in the group chat how you're making now, like averaging. I mean, I know 1 month you made 60,000, but on average it's
Yeah.
about what, 30, 40,000 about your.
Yeah, it's 30 to 40, like just
Yeah.
naturally right now. So when
Yeah.
I work a lot harder, then I hit,
Yeah.
the higher numbers. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
And
It's amazing.
yeah, and just so everyone knows, because there's a lot of bad gurus out there that say, "Oh, I'm going to teach you how to make 30,000 a month," but then if you're being asked to invest 30,000 a month in ads, and that doesn't mean any profit for you, you invest, what is it, about 2,000 a month in ads, or I guess a little bit more now, right? About
Yeah,
10,000 a
I
month
would
in ads,
say
five,
it's anywhere from 2 to 10,
2 to 10, yeah,
but that's
yeah.
still a lot of money in profit,
I know,
after the
right?
fact. Yeah,
Well, and yeah, and the case study where you made over 30,000, that was a $2,000 investment.
it
So that was
was.
just last month.
That blew my mind. Like I really went into that thinking I
Yeah.
only spent 2 grand. I hope I can sell one of my program. And I ended up selling 11. So
Awesome. Well, listen, Karina, I think everyone, I brought Karina on, everyone, to inspire you all. This wasn't planned. So forgive me if this is going to
no,
take a
I
little.
mean, you could see from my hair, I was not.
Well, my hair's still wet. I just took Merlin for a long walk and I still have wet hair. So
I wouldn't have even known.
yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you, Karina, so much for coming on. I know that you can see her case study later on, or we'll make sure we email it to you. But Karina, just
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah. See you later.
All right. See ya. Bye bye. All right. Okay. Seriously, that really wasn't planned. I just thought that was fun. And you know what? I'll call on other people on some other lives too and surprise you all like that. All right. So we're ready to get started. Do you want to see how we can get to the 8K months? I need to see enough yeses. Just put a Y. You don't have to do a big thing. I need to see enough yeses on the Facebook Live here to get ready to teach you all. All right. So one of the things I'm going to do is just, this is what I was going to share with you. I have this little stand I bought, I think it was like $30, I think. And normally I actually have, sorry, the reason my phone's on, just sometimes I need to keep it on in case my parents call. I bought my dream home a block and a half away from my parents now. And one of the things that happens though is my dad's 89 and my mom is, bless her heart, 85. She still does yoga, half an hour every morning of yoga. She used to be a yoga instructor in the 60s and 70s before it was popular. I used to be so embarrassed when I brought my friends home when I was a kid and she was standing on her head or something. But guess what? She's looking pretty darn good for 85 years old. So, so what I'm going to do is, we like to have fun, right? If you hear me laughing sometimes, it's because when you're part of our community, we have fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and come into the live here on my phone. And so I can try my best to keep track of the clients. The other thing that Sally tries to do, and excuse the echo, I'm going to turn my volume down. I'm kind of sometimes show you behind the scenes yourself what to do. And Sally, I do have Voxer open in case you Vox me of something. If you're ever doing a live, I highly recommend that you have a two tech system, simple tech. I'm streaming to you live from my computer on my webcam or laptop. I use an extra screen, and I just have this little stand. Sometimes I just stand it up on my computer here, and I can start seeing chats that come through. Oh, and Christy's here too. Christy has made $11,000. She's in our accelerated program. And by the way, I'm not actually going to pitch you the accelerated program. That's our mastermind. In case you're wondering, well, gosh, is Maria bringing all these people on because she's just going to pitch me something? It's not going to be the accelerated program. So all these people who are in my accelerated program and making money, Christy's made $11,000 in the last 30 days. And the problem is I can't connect this. So I was going to show off to you some of my technology, and now I'm making a fool of myself because I just realized I need to take my OtterBox case off. That's why it's not sticking really well, but maybe it will. So if it doesn't, and if it drops, sorry, Sally, I can't watch it if you send me a Voxer. So I'd like to ask one more question while I'm setting this all up. I truly feel when I interact with you, you get more juicy details for me because I can customize this training just for you, right? In case you're new to the fold, I've made more than $1 million online. I've been doing this for over 15 years. Yep. And I've made millions and lost millions, believe it or not. I've been known as the first female to break the record of making $100,000 online with a $17 information product. And I did that before Facebook ads even existed and all that fancy dancy stuff. Okay. So I know a thing or two about marketing and online, even started my own software companies, all that kind of fun stuff. And for the life of me, this is just not working out. I'm going to have to figure out how to get a better stand that works because it's just doing the twirly twirl to me. And let's try one more thing. So here's the question I was going to ask you. Who has an offer already that's kind of high ticket? And when I say that, honestly, a lot of people say high ticket means, 2000 or higher. But honestly, what I find happening sometimes right now as we speak, I honestly find that a lot of times you need to load up what's called a beta program. And when you load up what's called a beta program, like sell, you can charge less for that and then make it high ticket. Like I've started with a $97 information product and made it go to $1,000. And that's now in a $6,000 program of mine. Okay. So please know that can be done. And for the life of me, I give up on this. So I'm going to try my best to watch your comments when you come in. And again, I apologize that this is just acting so weird, my thingamabobber. So everyone's does a big clap. All right. So yeah, just let me know if Sylvia says you're in beta. Okay. Dean Thompson's watching. Hey, Dean from Calgary, Alberta. How's the snow there? And yeah, so yes, I can see your comments when you comment now. So I actually have it figured out. But having said that, I'm going to stand up and I have a stand-up, sit-down desk for ergonomically stuff for my neck and my back. I'm moving it up. Don't worry, I'll sit up. I'm not going to talk like this. That would be a terrible show of how to do a Facebook Live. All right, so let me stand up. And I'm going to move my chair a little bit. I'm going to move things around. Move this a little upper. See how the brightness just changed? So I'm going to close my drapes a little bit. All right. And hopefully the light's a little bit better. Isn't that funny as you move around how the light changes? Can everyone see me? And can everyone read this or is it mirrored? Can you see that this says I am possible system 8K months? Just comment yes that you can read this. That would be phenomenal. And then I know you're all here. All right. I still love your hearts. I love you. Ginger's launching a $397 6-week beta. Awesome, Ginger. And wow, Condi says, my energy has shifted since listening to your podcast. Actually, we're reviving the podcast as well. We're going to start having more offers and stuff like that. So that is awesome, Condi. Thank you. Mike is in the way. Gotcha. Thanks, Kim. All right. So I'm doing the mic a little bit further down, but I assume you can hear me. Awesome. And let's just go. Sally, just do me a favor because sometimes some of the comments, not all of them are coming through. But what I'm going to do, now I can see them, yes. Put it in the center. Is that better? Okay. So I'm in the center. All right. So everyone can see it. So here we go. 8K months. You ready? All right. So today we're going to talk about, in this training, how I can get you to make $8,000 in a very fast period of time. And more importantly, how I can get you, sorry for moving here for a second, how I can get you into, guess what? $10,000 months, or like Karina, who just came on earlier on this. And if you haven't seen her case study, I highly encourage you to, you can start getting into 30, 40K months. Okay. So what we're going to do on the 8K months, I'm showing a triangle here. I'm kind of using some new visuals. Hope you like it. Would love your feedback on that. And as I move the mic around, if you can't hear me, please let me know. And Sally's saying, put the board in the center. Okay. So is that better? Let me move some light around. Hold on. All right, that's still too bright on this side. Move more light around, hold on. Bear with me here, everyone. There. And there we go. Oh my gosh, that's probably perfect, right? I hope. I do have these AirPods and Sally's going to kill me for not connecting them to my laptop. They're connected to my phone. All right, so that looks perfect, right? Yeah, Andrea says perfect, thank you. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get right to it. We're going to go right into training. Have any questions? That'll be at the end, okay? I'm going to go pure training, take notes. We do have a worksheet that we're creating to marry up with this training. Enter worksheet or guide below in a comment right now. so we can get it to you. We'll also send it to everyone who's in the group class chat. Okay. All right. For this event, if you said you're going or registered for this event, there's a group class chat. Class chat. And if you're watching this, lastly, last thing, if you're watching this on a landing page, when maybe via an email and you clicked on it, you just have to see a big button below that says download to get your free copy of the 3 steps to 8K months. Could be 10K months by the time I publish that worksheet later on today, because I like the word 10K as well. The reason it's 8 is because 8 is a magical number in numerology, and like if you just Google it, Chinese fortune, 8 stands for kind of infinite abundance and wealth, and that's what I want for you. All right, and that's why we also call it the I'm Possible system. So, without further ado, let's talk about first the 3 mistakes before we get to the 3 steps, because the steps are kind of solving the problem that most internet marketers have, or business owners, entrepreneurs have. I've been teaching well over 30,000 people over the last 15 years on how to kind of get their business online and start making sales online. So, having the first thing that a lot of people have an issue with is what the heck their offer is, offer doubts. All right. And sometimes you have fear of your offer, fear of maybe increasing your price, or just fear of just like putting your offer out there, making offers, because we weren't all born to go knocking door to door to sell stuff all the time, right? Like I used to be in junior achievement when I was a teenager, and I loved walking door to door, but not everyone's like that. So now, how do you knock door to door and sell your stuff if you're not really mojo trained for that when you were a kid? All right. So a lot of times, when you're offered, you might have doubts also about, will my client or will my student get results? Can you just enter a 1 for me if you sometimes have doubts whether the thing, your program, your coaching that you're offering is really going to get the results that you're promising? Okay. And we did this exercise the other day where Joanne actually went back to a couple of her students that gave her a great testimonial and success story. And I said, well, what's your bold claim now, Joanne? What results did they get? And she couldn't quantify it. I said, go back to them and you go talk to them. And a day later, she came back to me. Oh my God, Maria, one of them is making $15,000 because of taking my course. Now, if that doesn't get your attention, everyone says 111. So we're going to talk about the 3 ways that you can solve that. Okay. But before I get to the solution to offer doubts, let's go to the second problem that a lot of people have is they have visibility fear or sucky content. And what I mean by sucky content, and excuse me for these words that I'm saying, right? If you don't like swearing, every once in a while I might say the F word sometimes as well. And maybe you're not in the right community. And I apologize in advance, but you know what? I'm also preaching what I teach is that you just be yourself and authentic, and you will attract the people that are cool with that. All right. So a lot of times you have fear of being visible, and your content may suck, or you're scared to post content. And that sort of relates to your offer doubts as well, because when I talk about the solution here, that's going to help you so much with sucky content. But you're scared to get visible. And again, we're not trained. We didn't go to school, and your teacher didn't put an iPhone. I don't know about you, but I didn't have iPhones when in the past when these things, the internet didn't even exist when I was a kid. In fact, one of my first internet marketing courses, I'm still unpacking since I moved about 4 months ago. I actually found this. This is James Schranko, Fast Web Formula 2. And are you ready for this? CDs. I mean, I don't know about you, my laptop doesn't even take CDs anymore, or DVDs. So that was one of my first information product courses I bought on how to figure out this thing online. And so I'm dating myself here. But the point is, we're not trained, by anyone really to just be comfortable by being ourselves and being online, whether it be a video like this or whether even just be your words that you're using. Okay. And so I'm going to talk about the 3 things that can solve that problem. And all this relates to getting you to 8K months or more. All right. So the third and final problem, and this is a biggie for a lot of you. There's a reason why I've asked recently, hey, what's your number 1 struggle? What's your biggest struggle? And a lot of people are answering lead generation. So lack of an audience. I could say lead generation, that sucks, or no daily consistent lead generation, but let's just call it lack of an audience, right? Because we're all talking about, we all need an audience or community around us. Okay. So are you with me so far? Does everyone agree on this? Like, can you just enter a 2 below if you have a lack of an audience right now? Just enter 2 below if you have a lack of an audience. And I'm looking at all of these things. Karina says, I love it when Maria says the F word. And by the way, what I'm teaching you here is with no, excuse the word, but fuck the funnels. or fuck the complicated funnels. You will not see in this system here any need to actually have a complicated funnel. Right now, with this system here, the Impossible system, I created this because after doing so many calls over the last month by some of the clients that I generated to go in our accelerator program, I realized that, oh my God, I need to have maybe a baby program for a lot of people because they get confused about the tech, or they get scared about doing ads, or they don't have a lot of money to invest in ads. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself, because I learned that from Brooke Castillo and I got life coach certified by her, to always give yourself a constraint. So I said, how can I teach all of you to make consistent 8K, 10K months without a freaking funnel? Okay. Do you all like that? If you like that, just give me some hearts. I like seeing these lives going right. Yvonne saying, yep, to lack of audience. Joanne says, love the funnel less method. Right. So everyone's giving me hearts. Awesome. Christy says, it's getting there, but I call myself a 2. And Christy is calling herself a 2, that she's lacking an audience, and yet she's made 11,000 in the last 30 days. All right. Who would like to make 11,000 in the last 30 days? Oh my God. We're actually going to be releasing Christy's case study as well soon, using this system. All right. So now let's go to the solutions to offer doubts. All right. So what's the solution? The solution is belief in your offer. So yeah, we're getting a little bit woo-woo, and I'm talking about mindset here a bit, but you know what? If you are not strongly believe that your program, your offer, the program you're about to create, because some of you are in beta mode, can get your clients results. And it's not just about money as well, because some people are in, like some of our clients, like Kate is a menopause coach. We have another menopause coach as well. And so sometimes it's about losing weight, feeling great, or just dealing with the bioenergy balance of your hormones. So, and we have Joanne, who teaches people how to make cookies online. So we have like a variety of people that we teach. And the thing is that belief in your offer is one of the first things that I really firmly believe you need to start getting stronger in. And so how do we do that, right? So there's a couple of ways. So one of the first ways is you can start believing your offer if you're giving coaching to someone who's asked for it or who said they need it. So what you could simply do, I'm going to get black now here so you can read it. Can you read these, by the way? Just put a yes in the comments if you can read this. So you basically, if is pre-sell, like you're always pre-selling and nurturing of content like you see right now, but basically you pre-sell, or, you're going to hear me say this word a lot, ask. All right. So for instance, one of these pre-seller asks posts that Joanne just did, like less than, I think, 24 hours ago. She's already got, I think, more than 60 or 40 comments or something. And now she's responding to people because they're interested in this program that she was going to limit to a certain amount of people. So that's going to help you believe in your offer when you start seeing people raising their hand to you, say, hey, I want that. All right. And that also relates to, see how this all ties together in this beautiful triangle, and it's like a Trinity, right? And I really believe the number 3, the Trinity, has so many meanings in history and also in the world and sacred geometry. But essentially, if you also start building the right audience, when you do this, then your cash flow starts becoming more effortless per month. All right. So number 2, the next thing you need to do is you need to focus on, that'll help you believe in your offer, results. All right. So what do I mean by that? Focus on results. Okay. Well, what is the and I'm going to say 10-year. I want you to write that down. If you have a pen and paper here, or if you happen to do things digital by notes, write down 10-year results. So let me explain this. And I invested, like, gosh, it's crazy. It's probably well over 50,000 in the last year in coaching and masterminds to be top of my game and also learn what's working now, even like with YouTube ads and stuff. So one of the things that one coach told me is like, Maria, okay, how much has that person made with your coaching? And I said, oh, easily like 10K plus months. Okay. So you're looking at the investment in your thing, maybe you're not valuing how valuable it is, like belief in your offer. But what if you multiply that by 12? So you've made that person, you've given her a system and the confidence to go out and sell it to create 120,000 a year income stream, right? And then what if you times that by 10? That's 1.2 million. So of course they're going to invest XYZ dollars with you with your program. That'd be nuts not to, right? So yeah, some of my high-end programs are indeed like $60,000 a year. right? So people want that one-on-one coaching. It's $5,000 a month, right? So, and by the way, I only take on 3 clients a year for that program. So basically, so that way I can concentrate on also helping all of you, the masses as well, because I want you to get to that level. Okay. So what is the results of the transformation? And excuse me for turning my back to you. I know that's the worst thing you should do when you present, but I have to, the way this is working here. But I want you to think about the transformation. And I want Joanne, for instance, Joanne, you comment, since you talked to your client who took your course, and your course was like, I don't know, $600 or $1,000, and the fact that she made $15,000 with it, how much more confident are you now when you start contacting other people to get into your new coaching program? Like out of 10, is it like 100, like 10 times more confident? And imagine if you times 15K times 12 months times 10 years. So you helped her with a $1 million income stream. Powerful, right? Yeah. And Chrissy says your 2022 is going to be fire. Yeah. That's for Joanne. Yeah. So transformation. Okay. I really need you to start thinking about that, because one of the number one things that when I coach some of our accelerate students is they're not really thinking fully in the results. They're thinking more in just like, oh, well, I helped her create a website. Oh, well, I helped her with a nutrition plan. But what end result does that bring the person, right? And talk to the person, get it right from their mouth, because that's going to be your best marketing messaging, is what your people actually say to you, okay? All right, number 3, I'm going to get moving pretty fast here because I want to get this done. And I promised myself that I would have this Facebook Live finished in a like probably 20 more minutes time frame or less. One of the third things here is I'm going to talk about the power of 1, and why is that there? So I'm going to go 1, and then I'm going to go MVP. Minimum viable program. So what that means is that, when I made my first million online, I had a lot of hustle in that. I was working a lot of hours. I regret ignoring a lot of my family and extended family because I was just always working. I was addicted to making the money and tying my self-confidence to all this money I was making. But I literally probably launched every single month a different product. Like, can you imagine 12 different products, 12 different case studies to collect, 12 different email series to do, 12 different customer service type responses to have, boom, 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 boom. Like it escalates and compounds so that, oh my God, you're tearing your hair out and you might be thinking you're rich, but you're not happy because you didn't make a simple business model that was scalable. Okay. So what I would highly suggest is you really focus really good at getting good at one program. Okay. And then as you start getting good at one program, whether it's $500 or whether it's $5,000, then you can add a second one on. Right. So for instance, what I'm going to introduce you to when you watch to the end of this training is that we will introduce a program that I want you to take advantage of, because it's like a no-brainer kind of mafia offer, ridiculous investment. Sorry for the hitting the mic there, but it's going to help you ascend to my higher end program. But I still now will only then have two offers, really. All right. Okay. All right. So that's the other thing. So now, visibility, fear, sucky content. How do we take care of that? Okay. Why don't you all vote with me? Do you want me to take care of visibility, fear, sucky content, and the whoops, my necklace just came off. Look at that. See, what the heck? I'm a hot mess today. So do a vote, enter V if you want me to talk about the solution and the 3 steps to get over sucky content in 1 hour a week, by the way, or enter a if you want me next to talk about lack of audience. Let's kind of get this interactive with you all and make this fun, gamify my coaching to you. All right. So I'm waiting now to see the comments, whether you enter V to talk next about the solution to visibility fear and sucky content, or A to talk about the solution to your lead generation that maybe it's not where you want it to be, your lack of an audience. All right. V, V, A. Oh my goodness, they're all over the place. V, a lot of people are Vs. Okay, so let's just go with it. Okay. The solution to sucky content is confidence and consistency. Confidence and consistency. All right. So how do you get confident and be consistent without spending hours a day, posting like 10 times a day between your Instagram stories, your Instagram, your Facebook group, your Facebook stories, your email. Oh, what about LinkedIn? Oh, what about YouTube? Gosh, like I'd be like needing some kind of like bottle of wine by the end of the night if I had to do that, right? So we have a framework that we like to call our 1 hour content conversion framework a week. 1 hour a week content conversion framework. Yeah, I know it's not really an original name, but it just says what the result is. You can, within 1 hour a week, and I'm taking some of my accelerator students through that right now, and they're just mind blown. And here's what it consists of. All right. So it consists of first doing, like I'm doing with you right now, Facebook Lives. So I'm just going to write that in. Again, excuse me that I'm turning my back towards you. Facebook Lives. Now, specifically in this Facebook Live, I lovingly call something, and you might have heard this if any of you were with the I Am Possible team, the micronar. Okay. We kind of coned that word years ago. So it's not really a webinar, but we go in short periods of time doing what's called a micronar to you all. Like, so if I did not bring Karina on earlier, but I wanted to, because I think that was really important for you to see and be inspired by, this would have been a half an hour or less Facebook Live. Okay. So you literally could even do a 10-minute, 15-minute Facebook Live. You see me do this in this group. Okay. And it's producing well over 10K months, and it works. So you do like a format of a micronar, right? And kind of, and it sells, like the micronar sells and converts. Number two, let's talk about frequency. Remember I mentioned the pain of being told by gurus that you have to post every single day, like 3 times a day and everywhere. Well, what if you just had to post 3 times a week? Would you like that? 3 times a week. Who would say yes to that? Just say yes. Just enter yes in the comments. So 3 times a week. Okay. Now there's specific content. One would be one Facebook Live, and the other one would simply be like what we like to call like a hand raiser post or a comment ladder post. I discovered that back in 2019 when I just posted something simple saying, hey, who would like some training on, how to do a wildly successful challenge? Because a lot of people kind of knew me as the challenge queen. That's how I made my first million, is by doing $5, $17 challenges to business owners and entrepreneurs. So, but 3 times a week, here's one live, and then you do that post, like that hand raiser post. And then the other post could be like your lifestyle post, or it could be something else, like maybe even an anticipation post that, hey, we're going live, like you saw me do yesterday. We practice what we preach, and it works. Okay. And it's the content that's less than an hour a week. And you get to repurpose a lot of this, by the way, if you create this for yourself. Like, what are your 3 problems that you solve? What are the solutions to it, right? And then what kind of mini project plans, mini projects help with the solution, okay? The other reason why this is so powerful, by the way, this is huge. Ready for this? You're using Facebook's algorithm in your favor, okay? Facebook pages are dead as far as reach, right? The good old days of 10 years ago when I had thousands of people like my Facebook page, and when I post something on there, everyone sees it, and it was easy to make money then, is gone, right? Facebook wants you to spend money on ads. But Facebook also, right now, is spending millions and millions and millions and millions and millions, gajillions, on Facebook groups. They went all in. They even do Super Bowl ads. They even do TV ads. Who's in the TV ads, So they want Facebook groups to grow. So if you know how to hack the algorithm, and we're showing you this right now, and also we're going to teach that in this new I Am Possible system program that's coming out, you're going to be golden. Okay. And number 3, most importantly, number 3 is, kind of comes back to here, is you do ask for micro commitments, right? The micro commitment ask, I'll just put ask comments. So when someone comments on something, you now can start a conversation, right? You can start use our magic conversation formula, and all of a sudden start making sales. Like, it's kind of a chat sales success framework where you could either, if you're a high ticket coach, you sell maybe stuff for $6,000, $5,000, $10,000, you could get people on a call with you, a clarity call, or like a triage call, it's sometimes called. Or if you just have something that's lower ticket price, you can sell actually with a simple order page or an ugly Google Doc, right? That's how it can be done, right? I brought in more than 10,000 in like 8 days when chatbots used to be really popular, and I had a course called Chatbot Successful. And just by simple chat and a simple ugly Google Doc of like 2 pages explaining what's in the program, I sold out like 10 grand worth, right? Now, though, I would never recommend using bots. Okay, I don't really think that's good. Many chat, whatever. I think it's important to be authentic. So it's kind of when you connect with people, so your conversations lead to conversions. Okay, so lack of audience. Let's go here. Are you with me so far? Are you liking this? Out of 10, what would you rank all of this so far? And is this coming together like any aha moments? Maybe I'll go get some water because I have my big bottle of water over there and I'm getting thirsty. I'm going to go just mute myself. I'm just going to get a quick drink of water. Can you comment below for me? This would be really helpful for me and for Sally. By the way, if you get comments from Sally, because she is part of the Impossible team, she's part of the programs. She's a social media wizard, right? A wizardress. And we have other people on our team that are pretty awesome too. But I want you to comment an aha moment so far that you're having before we talk about the solution to your lack of audience. Just comment below an aha solution, or if you don't want to type that much, comment how we're doing so far. Or do you rank this training so far as a 10 out of 10? Is it 8 out of 10? And be honest, like I love actually, getting feedback from people, right? So we're here to help you. Like coaching is serving is coaching. So let's do that. So I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to go get a glass of water. Hold on a sec. Cheers. I love my Guinness glass. I love Guinness too. One of my hobbies is I do like craft beers, like traveling through Europe and being like the abbeys and drinking Belgian beer or something, or from the monks. Oh my God, so amazing. Uh, when it's safer to travel after COVID, I'm going to go back and do that. Ireland, here I come. Wales, here I come. Sylvia loves it. She says it's simple. Patty says, did I miss the worksheet? I don't see it. Yeah, comment worksheet below, and we're going to get you the worksheet. We have to create it still. It's going to be a combination of this and a couple other things. So I just want to make sure I get this to you, the worksheet, probably by tomorrow. So apologies, it's not ready like right now, but you will get that. But if you comment, follow along and then do what I say in the next page that I turn over. I have a really important question for you. It's going to help you a lot and stuff. So Yvonne says, I love it, a 10 overall, because I'm a little fuzzy about micro commitments. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to go back and read some of these comments too, because we always want to make our training better and better. So anything that we can do to make it better. Awesome. Okay. Brewdog next. Yeah, I got to try Brewdog. Everyone's commenting worksheet. Awesome. Hey, and there's William McBride or Bill. How are you doing? Bill and his wife has made like so much money with some of my training. I think $30,000 months. Crazy. And I'm glad you're still with me. All right. So let's get right into lack of audience. Okay. What's the solution to lack of audience? You probably thought this was coming, right? Is build a community or a Facebook group, okay? Build a community or Facebook group, and we're going to teach you how to do it the right way, okay? The right way. There's 3 steps to it. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to like boil it down for you, and that way you own your own racetrack, because there's an important thing that you need to do when you build a Facebook group, so that if Facebook ever goes down tomorrow, you don't lose your business, okay? Because that's probably the biggest fear a lot of you have if you already have a group that's on a social media platform that you don't own, okay? All right, so the 3 solutions to this. I'm gonna go a little bit behind here because I'm wondering if it's gonna, let me bring this a little closer. Yeah, I want the camera to focus in on this because this is really important. Okay, number 1, this is gonna be shocking. Let's bring this a little over to me. I know you can read it still here, right? Yeah. Ads. Yes, I said it, paid traffic, but not a lot. Not like how everyone else is teaching it. A lot of people say you can do all this for organic, and yes, organic is number 2 here, but number 1 is paid traffic, but using a very simple Facebook group growth funnel. That's not a funnel. You don't need a landing page. You don't need to create an email list and all this stuff for this. Right now, remember I said I wanted to do this as a no funnel solution, a no tech solution. So this is using a special type of Facebook ad that very little people know about. And attaching kind of a different thing at the end after someone does a certain action on your Facebook ad. And you can do this for $2 to $3 a day. Okay. And I got the idea when I was working at a larger ad agency as the chief strategy officer, as a consultant. I helped them. I went in there and helped them do some strategies that helped them get from 1 to 3 million. And I was also chief strategy officer for some key clients like Marie Forleo, Amy Porterfield, Mel Robbins. And I love Mel Robbins. And guess what? She actually wanted to build up her audience, go figure, so that she can get her own TV show, that she can get more book deals, etc. And so I was on that campaign, and I had a huge aha moment. We're like, what if we do exactly what we're doing for Mel Robbins, but then we apply to building your Facebook group so we can nurture them more and sell them more stuff. And that is so really powerful. So I don't want you to be scared of ads. You can get started for as little as $2 to $5 a day. Okay. I know there are some people who are like started off with us in the accelerator doing $2 or $3 a day ads, and they're getting like, let's see. I think the cost when we analyzed some metrics were like a buck per group member, which was huge. It depends what niche you're in. I'm going to be fully honest with you with that, but still it's going to be less than your cost per leads to a regular funnel. And this is not using a funnel. You don't need to have any software. Okay. Number 2, I'm going to write this in organic. This is harder to write for me. Organic. So organic. All right. There's certain things that you can do. And Sally is like a ninja at this, where there's actually certain Facebook groups that you can go in, and Sally has a whole list waiting for you in our new program that actually tells you where you could actually ethically post in that group to get their traffic. So finding other groups that have your customers is a fabulous way, and doing it the ethical way to build people more into your community. Okay. And there's a couple other ninja tactics we do with organic growth. And we even may introduce, if I get enough votes for it, for people who join the Impossible system, a really cool software that will show to you, that helps you kind of nurture your leads, because once you build your community is going to build your business for you. And if you can stay in touch with them a little more, but without investing, like, again, this isn't going to be hours and hours a day. This is more like 2 to 3 hours a week, 1 hour a week here, another hour to 2 hours for this stuff, you're golden. Okay. And if you want to put the pedal to the metal and do a lot more hours, then you'll probably then grow your business faster. So it's built to kind of be the baby steps to accelerate your sales. So number three is connect. So what do I mean by connect to build your Facebook group? Well, have you ever, and I'm not going to give the whole details now, because again, I promised that this webinar wouldn't go super, super long. But when you start connecting with people, the connections start, again, conversations that come over here, that ask comments. And then, because someone's raised their hand, say you went out and, you had 25 new people join your group every day. Wouldn't that be amazing? And because you asked certain questions, because you optimized your Facebook group description, you optimized your Facebook group cover photo, you optimized your page cover photo, you optimized your Facebook personal profile cover photo, and some other descriptions. When you do that, you're going to find you're not being salesy, and you're not like cold calling or cold messaging people. Who's sick of the cold messages? Okay. I probably get like about 3 a day from guys I don't know, or girls, and saying, oh, I see you're in similar groups like me. I would just like to connect with you. And they friended me and try to connect. Just enter a 1 below in the comments. How many times do you get that per day? Okay. All right. So I think I'll probably look into Voxer as well to see if there's anything from Sally for me to answer, because we're getting close to the end. But what I want to say, I have an exercise for you. To get to 8K, 10K plus months, we have, maybe before I do that, I'm just going to introduce it. We are launching a beta version of kind of our baby accelerator program. Okay. So we're changing things up, and it was based on a lot of calls that I had with people over the last like 2 months, that some people joined our accelerator program, some people just weren't quite ready for it. So I thought, gosh, what if I build a smaller program that is a piece of the bigger program that still gets people fast results? So I can, this is self-serving as well, Sally and I can accelerate you from here to our accelerator program, right? So we're going to call this the I'm Possible system. It's a 10-week program, and it starts this coming Monday. And you can get started for as little as $100. Yes, I said that. You can get started for as little as $100. For you to get in, Sally's going to start communicating with you via connecting with you through chat. But if you could comment below, this is going to be a long comment. So are you ready? I want you to comment below, I am possible. Because as Audrey Hepburn says, the word impossible stands for I am possible. So you might be thinking it's impossible for you to get to 8K, 10K months, but I'm telling you, you are possible. I am possible, right? And it's only going to be 10 people in it. Okay. Now, if we get way too many people in it, I'm just going to be fully disclose to you that maybe we'll open it up to 15. But right now, I'm just looking for 10 people because I want you to start making cash by Christmas. We start Monday, and and because it's beta format, the whole program's not fully ready. You're going to have some pieces from our accelerator program that people paid a lot of more money for, but what you're going to get access to right away is our 10K in 7 days, templates, posts, scripts, everything you need to advance yourself fast. Okay. You're going to get access to as well the exact type of ad we're talking about that is Facebook compliant, that helps you build your group. All right. I don't believe, as far as I know, anyone else is teaching this. They're teaching someone other stuff about having a funnel and sending it to like a Facebook join my group landing page or a lead magnet, and then, oh, go join my group. Or even like you all know me for challenges, join my challenge and join the group. Well, that's where I'm going to teach the challenge. I figured that was a little more complicated. I wanted to make things simple to get to your 8K, 10K months. And then you can start adding on the more complicated stuff to build your business even more. Okay. So let's just keep things simple, because that's what's going to help you scale. That's going to keep you sane. And you can get started for less than 100, well, not less than, but you can get started for as little as $100. And so all you have to do is just comment below, I am possible. Sally will reach out to you personally, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised what we got next. So I've got 2 questions coming up, but I'll answer them at the very end, because I want you to do one thing, because I'm all about action creates transactions. Even in our accelerator program, we have these mini momentum challenges, usually once a month, to get people going, right? And that's what helps people get into their discomfort zone because when you're uncomfortable and you start making offers that you're kind of first trying to get comfortable about, that's what also creates your confidence. And that's where sometimes you get shocked and go, oh my God, I just made a sale, right? I'd love for you to be in that situation. It's like, oh my God, I just made a sale. All right. So I want you to write down right now, or just comment it below in the comments. If you're watching this on a landing page, if we repurpose this training video, because hopefully all of you think this is like a freaking 10 out of 10. So I want to get it out to the more people. Your 1-year goal, what is it? Is it 100K? Is it 120K? I know a lot of people land on usually 120K, or maybe you're working full-time somewhere and you're kind of trying to create that retirement plan for yourself or income, or you're kind of sick of your job and you're stressed out from your job and you want to start making some kind of side income. Maybe it's just like an extra 1K a month, which is still good, because 1K times 12 is $12,000 extra money outside of your job, especially if it's like the requirement from you is like 2 to 3 hours a week of your time. And then you're setting yourself up for, maybe then I'm going to quit my job, or maybe then I'm going to, when I'm eligible to retire, going to retire and then do this full time and really put the pedal to the metal. Some of you are full-time entrepreneurs and you're ready to put the pedal to the metal, right? So all you need to do is just comment, I am possible. And one last thing, okay? So you enter your 1-year goal, do this, divided by 365. Get a calculator out right now. I'm going to grab my phone, okay? I'm going to take my phone off of this precious stand. And I'm going to get a calculator out. I'm going to look at some comments here because we're almost done. We're almost wrapping up. Kim Bedford says 1-year goal is 120. So now I want you to enter in the comments right now, what is 120,000 for you, Kim, and whatever your number is divided by 365. That is your daily money, $328. So enter, please. Maria Jones, I love you. You say VAT registered 85 pounds. By the way, Maria Jones has took one of our lower ticket micro offer magic courses, and she's now making regularly like thousands of dollars per month. Like, and just like, yeah, she's like, yeah, I love you, Maria. So, yeah, so Kim says 328. Evelyn Townsend says 328.77 per day. So yeah, you entered 120K as well. So most of you are looking for 10K months, 120K. So Dean saying I am possible. Awesome, Dean. So Sylvia Peters says 240,000. So enter now, divide 240,000 by 365 and enter what that daily sales amount is. The amount of money you want to make. Let's put it into a micro goal. How much do you need to make per day? I'll just wait for a couple more. Yeah, and Maria Jones says I'm making 2,500 euro a month consistently. Yeah, so what is that about? Maybe that's 3,000 Canadian. I don't know, but still, that's really amazing because that's over 30,000 a year. Times that by 10, that's 300,000 euro return on investment over something she invested $27 in. Okay, so all of you, please note that. So whatever it is that we are going to offer to you for I Am Possible, just think about that return on investment, 27 to over 300,000 euro in 10 years. What could you do? So I see Brigitte saying 100 euros daily. Joanne says 684.93 daily. Awesome. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of, because a lot of people might be thinking, oh, I want to join this, Maria, the I Am Possible system that we have launching, but I'm going to wait till January. I'm not going to start now. But here's the thing. I got two things for you. One, when you pull the trigger and join before Sunday night, because we start on Monday, two things. One, you're going to be comped December. So your 10 weeks starts in January. Okay, first of all. And are you ready? I want you to think about your cost of inaction. So if you don't make a decision today to join, say $328 a day, to make 120,000 a year, $328 a day. So each day of inaction or indecision and not joining is costing you. Because I always want to talk about things in opportunity costs. I used to be in venture capital, right? I used to work for the right-hand man of the Tannenbaum family in Toronto, venture capital company. And we always talked about the cost of inaction or lost opportunity. So the longer you take to decide to get in this program, say you're going to say January. So that's like, first of all, I don't know if we're going to have it reopened in January yet, because we might want to get through this group first before we then open up another cohort. But second, this is where it gets really sexy. Second, if you just multiply like 20 days times 328, then that costs you like 328 times 10 is over 3,000. So 20 days, 6,000. So you're missing out on 6,000 opportunity. Okay. So I hope that analogy makes sense. I hope that really helped you. So I got to wrap up now because Sally just reminded me I got a 1:00 call. So I just want to wish you love and light. You are all amazing. I would love to see you in the I Am Possible system. I kind of call it level 1, and then our accelerator program is I Am Possible level 2. And I hope you feel that this has been a little gift from Sally and I as a little Christmas present to you to open up this I Am Possible now system program. Love and light to you. Have a fantastic day. No matter where you are, maybe it's in the evening, you're just going to go off to bed. Love and light to you. Bye-bye.